What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite Apex Legends coach, Ninja Cowboy, back with another video. We're going to be doing a quick little thing, just talking about what I think is going to be coming with Fuse being announced, the 30-30 being announced, Kings Canyon, blah, 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 all this cool stuff. So we're just going to talk about it real quick. I'm going to be rolling the trailer in the background in case you guys haven't seen it. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so I think the biggest thing is I know Fuse has his... one of his abilities teased is either his ultimate or his tactical. I'm not really sure which one. Is the rockets that were coming down and landing on World's Edge, Kings Canyon, maybe Olympus too. I personally never saw them on Olympus, but World's Edge and Kings Canyon definitely saw them both there. And they were the rockets that fell down. If you shoot them, they blew up, and there was like this ring of fire that formed around them. So I'm assuming, if I had to guess, that that's going to be Fuse's ultimate ability. Maybe he fires like a barrage type thing, kind of like Gibraltar and Bangalore. Maybe just in a different fashion. Maybe he's more of like a precision airstrike type thing where he can kind of pick like like one point A, B, C, D, E, and like missiles fall in those exact spots or something like that. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. As far as his tactical ability goes, I don't know if the trailer really gave anything away about what his tactical is going to be. Maybe it has something to do with that grenade. That'd be kind of cool, but at the same time, I don't think we need an ordnance-based champion. Legend. I also don't think we need a legend whose tactical ability does damage. I don't think that's a good look. Bangalore's does a little bit of damage, and the defensive legends, they do damage too as well, but it's purely in a defensive stance. There's no there is an aggressive way, but at the end of the day, there isn't really an aggressive way to use the Watson or caustic traps. So you can throw them at people and everything. I understand that, but overall, generally speaking, their defensive utility, they're not going to be used to aggressively do damage on an enemy team. So that being said, I'm not too sure how I would feel if they dropped a tactical ability in the game that does damage. I don't know if that's a good direction. I don't think that's the direction Apex Legends wants to go, so I'm hoping that's not the direction they go. One direction I would like to see them go is possibly putting another defensive in a sense of Gibraltar being a defensive legend, such as having some sort of shield variant, maybe a dome shield or something like that. Better than Ramparts, obviously, because Rampart is completely useless, but maybe different or provides more variety than Gibby's dome shield. I feel like Gibby's dome shield has kind of seen its full capacity and what it can do, and I don't necessarily think there's any more exploring that needs to be done for Gibby's gun shield or dome shield, excuse me. It's pretty much, you throw it out, you dome fight with it, you stick reses, simple things, cover for looting and retreating, things like that. It's not really too dynamic, but I would like to see some sort of shield that has a little more dynamic capacity to it. I think that'd really be interesting in the game, and it would provide something for players to actually utilize and make things a little more interesting. Okay, so talk about Fuse a little bit. I can't say I'm necessarily excited for Fuse. I think the biggest advantage that a new legend brings to the game is new mobility options. So bringing Octane into the game, he runs faster, has jump pads, Pathfinder with his grapples, Horizon with her grav lift, things like that. Those types of legends, they're the ones that actually impact the game positively and make it more interesting and more fun to play. I think the other legends have either made it worse or had no impact at all. So I'm really hoping that he has some sort of mobility option. But if not, I mean, there's still a possibility of him being a good time, so we're holding out. But now I would like to talk about the 30-30 and how I think the gun is going to behave in the game, as well as how the impact is going to be on the game without any gameplay or anything, just strictly off of what I know about guns and what I know about the 30-30 and the fact that I own one in real life. Now, knowing Apex Legends, they're going to drop this gun into the game, and it's either going to start one of two ways. It's either going to be ridiculously broken, and it's going to kill people in like 3 or less bullets, and it's going to shoot way too fast at way too good of a range, or it's going to be completely useless. It's going to take 5 to 6 shots to kill someone unless you're hitting all headshots, and it's going to shoot really slow, and it's going to just be completely out of meta and unusable garbage. Which way do I think they're going to go? Most likely the broken route. The not good route, honestly. I think the gun's going to drop into the game. I think it's going to be generally useless. Maybe some people hit some nasty clips with it, but outside of that, I really don't think it's going to get used too much. And then about a month after it's released, maybe 2 months, I think they're going to over buff it and make it absolutely insane to the point where it's impossible to win a game without it. And then they're going to nerf it down and make it completely useless again. I don't know if you remember this with the Havoc, but they're going to make it completely useless again, and then they're going to buff it back up to the point where it's usable, not necessarily meta, but not out of meta, to the point where people can use it in place of the scout or in place of the hemlock as another option for putting mid to long range damage down or getting entry frags before the start of the fight. Now, as far as ammo types go, I think it's most likely, if I had to guess, going to be either a heavy or maybe a sniper. I doubt they're going to make it a sniper. I think they learned their lesson with the scout that snipers are a very specific weapon and should not really be something that's flexible. If you're a sniper, you need to be a sniper. You need to behave like a sniper. If you're an assault rifle, you need to be an assault rifle and behave like an assault rifle. And I think this gun's most likely going to be an assault rifle. Just a slower firing but harder hitting scout, essentially. I think that's generally what it's going to be. It'll most likely hold heavy ammo if I had to guess. I doubt it's going to be a light weapon. I'm almost certain it's going to be a heavy weapon. Just understanding the 30-30 round and kind of what it is and how it acts. That's what I'm hoping for. I think that'd be very interesting. Something maybe to compete with the wingman, compete with the scout, the hemlock, give us an other option instead of just, running the hemlock every game and hitting 3 bursts on people and just bodying them, no problem. I think it would be nice to have another high skill, high reward, high risk as well gun in the game, kind of to rival the wingman, but at a different range. So that's pretty much essentially all this video is going to be about. I'm going to do another video once the patch notes are dropped, and I'm going to review them and kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect moving forward in the ranked meta and the competitive meta. And yeah, so go ahead and subscribe, drop a comment down below what you think, and hit a like on the video. It helps me out a lot. Other than that, this has been your favorite Apex Legends coach, Ninja Cowboy. Peace!